Chapter 29, Duty Calls. The cafeteria was laid out similar to Camp 47, but the tent wasn't enclosed. 2 rows of 5 picnic tables had been pushed together to fit tightly under the tent. I could smell the soup that was being served. Hope was assisting with lunch behind the counter. She handed me a bowl of warm chicken corn soup. "I finished the book," she exclaimed. "Oh, nice. What did you think?" "I loved it." She was floored with excitement, especially the part where the worthy sisters united to destroy the demonic dragon. I smiled, leaned forward, and winked. That is my favorite part, too. She stirred the soup counterclockwise and continued speaking. "Do you have a plan?" "I do. After I'm done eating, meet me at the back side of the first aid tent." I had an idea, but to execute this plan would need the help of someone. With Mike's recent loss from this morning, I didn't want to burn him, and Evan wouldn't handle knowing Merope was Hope's soul after just losing his wife. I scanned the room to see a table with Zeke, Danny, Max, and some others from this camp. Adjacent to them were Scotty, Mike, Evan, and my grandpa. Zeke would be the best chance at understanding why we needed Hope to come. I was about to join their table when Scotty called my name. "Amber," Scotty shouted. "You gotta hear this." Frozen for a split second with my thoughts, I knew it would have to wait until after we ate. I sat next to Mike and the others with my bowl. He appeared to be hiding any anguish he felt behind a strained smile. Scotty was telling a story from our work days. "The packages get stuck at the top of the slide, all jammed together, right? Maverick, our supervisor, calls for Mike and I to fix the problem. We're like, sure, we got this. We were young and still fairly new at the time, but figured how hard could this be? We climbed to the top of what they call the dump. Mike crawls across the belt, stepping over tons of packages. At this point, the belt isn't moving. Mike begins yanking as hard as he could on the package that's wedged under the arm that directs the boxes down the slide. He couldn't get it. So Mike yells, 'It's stuck. Scotty, give me a hand.' I'm like, 'I got you, bud.' I climb over the boxes to help him. Suddenly, I see this yellow package go flying in the air from Mike's hand, which unjams the boxes. Well, stupid us forgot to shut the belt off. I heard Mike yelling, 'Shut off the belt!' He slips backward as the belt begins to move rapidly, and now my ass went down, as I too am on the moving belt. Next, I see Mike sliding down the slide with the packages right in front of Amber's sorting spot, and I have no choice at this point to ride it out as Mike did. I come tumbling down and crash into Mike. Amber was just staring at us as a bunch of morons. Then Mike said something to Amber. What was it? What'd you say to her? I said, "Do you want to take a ride in my blue Camaro?" He recalled with a gentle smile. "I remember that," I chuckled. I don't know what was funnier, you both tumbling down the slide with a bunch of idiots, or asking me to ride in a Camaro. And here we are with a blue Camaro, Mike laughed. It brought joy to my heart to hear him laugh. I appreciate what Scotty was trying to do. Good memories to push aside the bad. "Oh my God, we had some good times at the parcel," Scotty said. While everyone was laughing and enjoying the storytelling, I noticed Zeke taking his bowl up. I excused myself to go to the bathroom and followed him. "Hey, Zeke," I shouted, "do you have a second?" "Yeah, sure, what's up?" I pulled him to the side of the first aid tent, waiting for Hope to get here. "Well," he said, "go on. What is it?" I started pacing, waiting for Hope and ignoring his questions. "So, you gonna tell me, or do I need to guess it?" "No, just..." I paused as Hope popped from around the corner. "What's going on, Amber?" he asked. I nodded at Hope. "It's okay. Show him." She stepped toward him and held her left hand out. "See, there's something she's going to show you. I need you to be open with what you see." 5 seconds of silence went by as he hesitated on what to do next. "Here." I reached for her cold right hand with his left to connect. "We can do this together, trust me." Both Hope and I patiently waited for his hand. When he was ready, he slowly raised them and placed them into ours. Immediately, the trickling vibration of energy shot through our bodies and our eyes began to glow. Then the white light pierced my eyes. She showed him the memories of both Hope and Merope. Once they were complete, the light pierced one last time and we returned to camp. The glowing in his eyes was restored to the original color. Confused sadness flitted across his face. We gave him time to comprehend the memories he saw and to allow his emotions to return as his own. He took his hand and ran it through his long hair, and his other rested on his hip. So your soul is Merope? He mumbled. Yep, she said. Zeke went silent again. He waited for the questions. Does anyone know? No, I stated. Just you and me. You didn't tell Mike yet, he questioned. I planned to, but he just lost his grandfather for a second time. Now's not a good time. Well, then we need to tell Evan about this. No, I snapped. We can't. Not yet, at least. He isn't going to handle it well that Merope came back and Alex is still dead. He sighed and attempted to speak, but nothing came out. I know this is a lot to take in, but I need your help, I pleaded. We don't have a lot of time. Hope needs to come with us, but our aunt said it's too dangerous for her to go. He pulled me aside. We can't take her along with us. Her aunt is right. The second we leave this camp, trackers can find us at any point. We can't guarantee her safety out there. But we need Merope. There if we want to get the answers we need, I insisted. She's my sister. His face clouded with a mixture of disapproval and disappointment. He turned around and began to rub the nape of his neck with the other hand resting on his hip. Then he moved his hand on his tied goatee and rubbed it between his fingers. Zeke, please, I begged. You saw her memory. We can kill Jasper, but Orion will just find another body. Somehow, we have to send him to the underworld. And not just any underworld, the underworld in Pleiades, with Hades. He turned back around. And how do you suppose we're going to do this? I don't exactly know, but I believe we need our sisters for this. I have faith that this tree is going to know. It isn't called the Tree of Knowing for nothing, right? Zeke took a deep breath and sighed. I gave him sad puppy eyes, pushing out my lower lip. Please, Zeke. He puts his hands up. All right. Yes, I shouted as I leaped in the air. Hope jumped up as well. What do you need me? What do you need from me? My Aunt Macy said I can't go, Hope reminded. We need a plan to get me out without her seeing me. And what are we going to tell Evan when he sees me? We have to lie, I stated. I'll tell Evan that the others that your aunt was fine with you going, but we need a diversion with Macy. Actually, Zeke chimed in, I have something that may work. He glanced at his watch. It's 12:24. It's 12:24. Everyone is meeting at the front of the camp at 1 p.m. Just have Hope there and ready. I will take care of Macy. I should be there in time. If not, cover for me until I get there. Hope leaped forward and wrapped her arms around him tight. Thank you. She released her grip. I'm going to get my bag packed, she said as she darted off. I looked deep into Zeke's two different color eyes, smiling as I beamed with happiness. Thank you, Zeke. Well, you are my soul sister. It's hard to say no. I'll go get ready so I can execute this plan. I rushed off to meet with the crew in the artillery tent. The weapons were organized in large, long glass cases with locks on them. Scotty distributed the guns and ammo. Where's Zeke? Danny asked. They all scanned the room. Yeah, he told me to tell everyone that he was going to meet us up front. The soup went through him. With the disgusted look that Danny gave, I thought they bought it. Once we had our bags packed, everyone congregated by the main entrance. As I was chatting with Mike, Evan, and Grandpa, Hope walked over with her backpack. They all seemed confused. What are you doing? Evan asked. I'm coming along with you guys. Evan tilts his head and rests his AK-47 on his shoulder. I cut him off before anything else could be said. It's all good. I spoke to her aunt. She said she could go as long as she stayed by my side. This is part of her training. They seemed to have bought my lie, but as usual, my husband could see right through me. Mike pulled me aside. Is there something you want to tell me? I wanted to tell you earlier, but with the loss of your grandfather, I didn't want to burden you. He continued the conversation in our thoughts. Burden me with what? I peered into his eyes, anticipating how he was going to react when I told him, but a promise had been made, no more secrets. Hope has Merope's soul inside her, I replied through telepathy. What? How? He said out loud. He didn't realize that wasn't said in our thoughts. My eyes widened while I brought the conversation back into our minds so others couldn't hear. I can explain during the hike, but Hope needs to come with us. Mike breathed in a lot of air before letting it out fast. One hand was on his hip, the other holding his gun. Fine, but she's not getting a gun. I agree, I replied. And you're responsible for her. Mike began to chuckle. This can be your first taste at being a mom. Ha ha, I don't think we have anything to worry about with her. She's a good kid. Hope you know what you're doing. He leaned down to kiss me on the lips and then joined the others. I headed over to join Hope and gave her a thumbs up. Zeke rushed up. Sorry, guys, duty called. Grandpa handed Zeke a rifle while Scotty began to go over the plan with everyone. While Scotty continued, Zeke came over to Hope and me. He tapped into Zeke's thoughts. Where's her aunt? An innocent smile crossed his face. Macy heard that I liked to meditate and was interested in learning more. I waited for him to finish his thoughts. We have about 30 minutes until the music on our headphones shut off. By that time, we will all be long gone. I did leave her a note explaining Hope will be safe with us and we promise to bring her back. Not bad, I replied and thought. Thank you, Zeke. Scotty just finished up on his pep talk. Hope and I joined beside Mike as the doors opened. We all marched forward to hopefully a better future for all the Star children.